Namaste, myself Devian Borokwell from the Faculty of Physiotherapy and Diagnostics in the discipline of radiology in the Department of Diagnostics and Community Health. Today we are going to discuss about the measurement of the isodose curve and parameters that affect the isodose curve, isodose distribution. This topic is particularly important for the BSc 6th students in hospital administration radiotherapy or radiotherapy. So let me start or discuss about the measurement of isodose curve. Before discussing the measurement of isodose curve, we will remember the previous session about that we discussed about the isodose curve. So in the isodose curve, we had discussed about the two type of category, first and secondary degree. First category isodose curve or chart made for SSG technique treatment, and the second category chart that are made for SAD technique treatment. Okay. So and after that, after studying the chart, it reveals about the X-ray or gamma ray property like dose rate changes, dose rate variation, dose follow-up, beam follow-up, or dose follow-up, or geometrical physical penumbra, and other factors that affect the distribution, isodose distribution at a certain depth or at a distance from the central axis. Okay, so now we are discussing about the measurement of the isodose curve. Isodose curve can be measured by means of ion chamber, solid state detector, or radiographic film. These are the measurement equipment or measurement devices that is used to measure isodose curve. The ion chamber is the most reliable method, mainly because its relatively flat energy response and precision. Although any of the phantom may be used for isodose measurement, so we can use phantom also for the measurement of isodose curve. But in ion chamber, it is the most reliable method due to flat energy response and precision. Good question. Next one is the ion chamber used for isodose measurement should be small. Ion chamber should be small so that measurement can be made in region of high dose gradient region. High dose gradient region that is present as the near the edges of the beam. So high dose gradient region is present the near the beam edges. Okay, or ion chamber is made for the high dose gradient measurement. Recommended that the sensitive volume of the isodose ion chamber be less than 15 mm long and have an inside diameter of 5 mm or less. 5 mm or less. So the size and dimension should be in the range that is given. That is discussed in the chamber. Energy independence of the chamber is another important requirement. Energy independence should be in the ion chamber because the X-ray beam spectrum changes. X-ray beam spectrum changes with position in phantom. X-ray beam spectrum changes with position in phantom. Means the position of ion chamber in the phantom. Okay, like in the water phantom or in the plastic phantom, plastic flash. Okay, the next one is automatic devices. automatic device used for measuring isotopes curves have been developed for rapid mapping of the isotope curves. Rapid mapping or rapid measurement of the isotope curves. These systems are designed to the either standalone or computer driven. Okay. Basically, the the automatic device consists of two ionization chamber, two ion chambers referred to as detector A and monitor B. These are the two components of the two components or ion chamber of the automatic device. Okay, whereas the probe is arranged to move in the tank of water, whereas the probe, there is a probe that is arranged to move in the tank of water to sample the dose rate at various points. The monitor is fixed at some point or same point in the field in the field to monitor the beam intensity with time. Okay, so there are two components. Like first one is the detector, or second one is the monitor. First one is the detector. The detector works to sample the dose rate at various points by move. Second one is the monitor that is used to that is used as a fixed at same point in the field to monitor the beam intensity with time. The rate of the detector to the monitor response A by B is recorded as the probe is moved in phantom. Okay. Thus the final response A by B is independent of fluctuation and output. Fluctuation and output. In the computer driven model. In the computer driven model, the chamber movement of the probe is controlled by a computer program. The probe to monitor ratio is sampled as the probe moves across the field to at preset increment. These beam profiles are measured at a number of depths determined by a computer program. So there are two type of model or two type of automatic devices. First one is the standalone method. The second one is the computer driven automatic device. So that is used to measure the isotope curve, isotope dose distribution, isotope curve. So parameters of isotope curve or factors that affect the isotope curve. Parameters that affect the single beam isotope distribution. First one is quality, second one is quality or energy, second one is the source size, third one is beam collimation, field size, SSD, source surface distance, and SAD. So we are going to discuss about beam quality. Central axis depth dose distribution depends on the beam energy of beam quality. As a result, the depth of given isotope curve increases with beam quality. Depth of the given isotope curve increases with beam quality. Okay. When we increase the beam energy like we will increase in the MeV energy, then the depth is also increased of the isotope curve. Beam quality also influence the isotope curve shape. Isotope also influence the isotope curve shape near the field border. Greater lateral scatter associated with the lower energy beam. Greater lateral scatter associated with the lower energy beam. That's why isotopes are outside the field border to bulge out because the energy of the beam is low for orthovoltaic beam, so the field is bulged out for isotope curve is bulged out due to scattered. In other words, the absorbed dose in a medium outside the primary beam is greater. for lower energy beam than for those of higher energy beam. So in the case of higher energy beam, there is low radiation scatter or less radiation scatter, and in the case of uh, lower energy beam, there is a more scatter than the higher energy beam. Okay, so the curve and the depth both change, both are changed in different energy beam isotope curve. Advantage of megavoltage beam, the scattered outside the field is minimized as a result of predominantly forward scattering and becomes more a function of collimation than energy. Next factor or next parameter that affects the isotope distribution is source size SSG SGD. So source size SSG SGD affects the shape of isotope curve by virtue of geometrical penumbra. By the effect of geometrical penumbra, the SSG affects the PGD percentage depth source and therefore the depth of the isotope curve. So SSG indirectly affects the depth of the isotope curve. The dose variation across the field order is a complex function. Dose variation across the field order is a complex function of geometrical penumbra, lateral scattered, and collimation. So these three factors affect the dose variation across the field order. First one is geometrical penumbra, second is scattered radiation or lateral scatter, and collimation. These three factors affect the dose at field order. The field sharpness at depth not simply determined by the source or focal spot size. Next one is the factor that affect the isotope curve or isotope distribution, the collimator and flattening filter. The term collimator is used here to designate not only the collimator blocks that give shape and size of the beam, but also the flattening filter and other observer or scatter in the beam between the target and the patient. So, collimator refers to not only the collimation uh, for beam blockage, but also for the any other absorber like flattening filter. So, uh, uh, for the flattening filter, there is term is used is collimator. The flattening filter, which is used for megavoltage at the beam, has the great influence is determining the shape of the isotope curve. Okay, without this filter, isotope curve will be conical in shape, showing markedly increased intensity along the central axis and a rapid reduction transversely. So the curve the curve shape is a conical without the flattening filter in the case of linear. The filter is thickest in the middle and tapers off towards the edges. In general, the average energy of the beam is somewhat lower for the peripheral area compared with the central area of the beam. So then the average energy is low for the peripheral area compared with the central part of the beam. This changes in quality across the beam causes the flatness to change beam width, change with depth. So next factor is the field size. Field size is one of the most important parameter in the treatment planning. Adequate dosimetric coverage of the tumor required a determinative appropriate field size. So field size also affects the isotope curve shape or distribution. So in this session we had discussed about the measurement of isotope distribution and the parameters or affecting factors about the isotope curve or isotope distribution. So I think you are satisfied with this session. If you have any query, then put it into the comment box. I will resolve it later. Thank you. The session is powered by DISC version 2.0 JDWS.